Huh. Popcorn. Ah! Whew. Popcorn.
We start by mourning the loss of Tom Seaver, a legend in the baseball community and one of the greatest pitchers of all time. Nicknamed Tom Terrific, he rose to fame with the Miracle Mets back in 1969. It was a 25-win season for him. He earned 3 Cy Young Awards, and in 1992, he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And we join fans from around the baseball community and the teams he played for, the New York Mets, the Cincinnati Reds, the Chicago White Sox, and the Boston Red Sox, as we remember Tom Seaver.
Welcome, everybody, to a double-header live stream. We're going to be talking about the 8th inning program first, and then we'll be talking about the roster update with a few surprises in between. As always, I'm joined by the dynamic duo of Steven and Luis, but they are just 2 of the amazing members of the live content team. So the rest of you guys and gals out there making this amazing content, we appreciate you and thank you for your hard work. Luis, what type of stream is this?
It's a push the button stream. We're going to reveal eighth inning bosses, the henchmen. We got a new headliner, Tops Now. And what else, Steven?
Also, a legend player program. And at the very end, Ramon, we're going to talk about monthly awards. They're finally on the way.
Hey, that's what I want to talk about. But you know what else I want to talk about, guys? Twitch drops. They are enabled. So if you got your PSN and your Twitch IDs hooked up on theshownation.com under your profile, you can get at least one or maybe more of those wonderful purple Twitch packs today. So Twitch drops are active. Colin, next slide. Fall Circuit, the Fall Circuit Cup qualifiers return this weekend. We also have a special guest announcement. And we are back with another special guest, our good friend from MLB Network, Robert Flores. And you have a special announcement to make today, right?
I do, Ramon. It's good to be with all of you guys. Good to be with everyone in the chat. I know how much everyone in the chat loves me, and they can't get enough of me. So the comments are always great, and I'm sure that their comments are scrolling, nothing but positive things. So that's awesome. I am excited to announce that I'm going to be the host for the championship for the Fall Circuit next month. I can't wait. Look, you guys know how much I love this game. I love seeing the growth of this game, especially in the last couple of years, seeing it be in the competitive kind of setting and the esports landscape. I can't wait for this event to come online, and I can't wait to get started.
That's awesome. We can't wait to hear you host it.
I mean, I was reminiscing a few months back. It was spring training time when the world was a little different. We were all in Arizona together, all of us, Control Room Colin too. And we were there with some minor leaguers who have started to make their debuts, guys like Tristan McKenzie of the Indians or Jahmai Jones of the Angels. There are some other big names there too, right? Ramon and Rofla, you guys were talking to a few of them.
Yeah, even George. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, Ramon. We had Joe Adele. We interviewed him on MLB Central earlier this year. We also interviewed Tristan McKenzie, and both of those guys. I mean, they're just polished young men, bright guys, and we always say it, the game's in a really good place. And when you look at the talent under the age of 25 around the league, it's impressive. And sometimes that talent is already succeeding at the major league level. So like I said, the game's in a really good place. And I think a lot of those guys also enjoy playing the game. When they're coming up through the ranks in the minors, they're grinding and playing against one another. So there's a lot of guys around the league that definitely love MLB The Show.
That's awesome to hear, man. It was really great seeing those guys. But you know what? Robert, you had a few predictions a few months back, and maybe one or two of those predictions came true. So let's recap where we are in the baseball season. What's been your surprise teams? What's the thing that you've noticed kind of stand out the most in this very unique season?
Well, we did talk about the San Diego Padres. I mentioned the Padres as a team that could potentially surprise some people. So I think I feel pretty good about that pick. But also, I wanted to another maybe a surprise team, and you talk about all the young talent. The San Diego Padres, they could be a team that, but you talk about a lot of young talent. Denelson Lamet could be a breakout star. Fernando Tatis Jr. is one of my favorite players to watch. So I'm high on the San Diego Padres a little bit as well. Really, I think you have to look at the Detroit Tigers. They're as we sit here today, I believe they're at 500. They're in that playoff mix. Ron Gardenhire's done a tremendous job. And I also include the Miami Marlins. I mean, the Miami Marlins did more at the deadline than the New York Yankees. That's how weird 2020 has been, okay? That the Miami Marlins were buyers and the New York Yankees did nothing. So I love to see these different teams jump into the fray. I love watching the Marlins play. They do it in a lot of different ways, a lot of small ball, stolen bases. So I'm hoping to see more of this in years to come, and I'd love to see the Marlins and Tigers and just see how far they can take this.
Yep. It's been a very, very interesting season. So, Robert, thank you so much for joining us again. Tell the people where they can see you stream and where they can see you on MLB Network.
Well, they can find me hosting MLB Central, 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network, and you can catch me streaming all sorts of games mainly MLB The Show, Facebook.com/RealRoFlow. I hit into a whole bunch of double plays. I swing at some bad pitches occasionally, and I'm trying to grind at least one prestige player, guys. Can we get something where I can grind it offline just one time? I'm trying to. It's hard. It's very difficult.
Luis?
You got to get to the prestige XP level and get that.
I know.
You know, get one of those 5 guys. Yeah, but it's a tough. It's a long grind for sure.
Well, it's good chatting with you guys, and like I said, I can't wait to host next month's event. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks so much, Robert. We'll see you later.
All right, see ya.
Thanks again, Robert. We're happy to have you involved with the fall circuit. Now let's get into the content. Headliners set 49. Who is it? Roll the video, Colin. Set 49 future star Royce Lewis. Luis, give us a little background on Mr. Lewis.
Future stars Royce Lewis, and it seems like every time we do a stream, it's a future star headliner. I don't know how that happens, but Royce Lewis, #1 overall pick of the 2017 MLB draft. He can do it all. He's got the power speed combo everyone loves. He can play all over the field, and I think that's what I like the most about this. You know, that super utility. You know, you're looking at Ben Zobrist, 94 overall, who still might be the best super utility guy in DD, maybe the finest Jose Ramirez, but I think Royce Lewis might end up taking the crown. And, you know, that's headliners. We also talked about Tops Now, right, Ramon?
Yes, we did. So Tops Now has new moments and new cards. The season has been flying by. We're already past the halfway mark, and we've already released over 30 cards. So live content, team, the artists, you guys and gals, take a bow. You have been doing incredible work, right, Steven?
Yeah, Lane and Jen, just to name a few. This week, we're going to finally get to play some of that no-hitter moment that everyone got to get that free 99 Lucas Giolito last week for Tops Now. So you're going to finish off the last 3 innings of his no-hitter as one of the 6 moments. Luis, though, 5 new Tops Now cards to talk about, and they're all 95 overall and above.
Yeah, and let's dive in, Colin. Let's take a look at that first one. Donovan Solano, you know, he was out of the majors for a few years, came back last year, did really well, picking up where he left off this year, and he's got the max contact versus righty. This card is from a walk-off he hit against the rival Dodgers. Let's take a look at that next card. Hey, Davy Garcia, one of the top Yankee prospects along with Clark Schmidt. Davy Garcia beat Schmidt to the majors, though. Made his debut, pretty impressive, and he showed a sick curveball with 99. That's the 99 break that you see in the attributes. That's that curveball. And you know, I don't know if you can read it because it's vertical, but the Tops Now card is it's saying that he's the first Yankee ever to debut with no walks, no earned runs, and at least 6 innings pitched. So that's pretty impressive from Davy Garcia. Let's take a look at that next card. Hey, Eric Zogard, you know, he had a out-of-nowhere breakout last year at age 33. Off to a little bit of a slow start this year, but he had a nice walk-off last weekend against the Pirates. He's got balanced hitting and diamond fielding. Let's take a look at that next card. Hey, so walk-offs. That's the theme for this week. Ahmed Rosario, he had a walk-off against the Yankees. First Mets walk-off against the Yankees in their history. And what added to the moment was that he hit it in Yankee Stadium in those away unis. So yeah, a little bit of the quirkiness of the 2020 season. And Ahmed Rosario, lefty killer, and he comes at you with a strong arm from shortstop. And the last card, can you guess what it's about? It's a walk-off. Will Myers with the walk-off. I'm sorry, Colin. This was against the Mariners, and the Padres were down by 4 in the 7th inning. That was the last inning, you know, another quirky aspect of 2020. So Will Myers comes at you with 110 plus power versus both sides, and a bunch of secondary positions.
It's good to see a slugger here instead of another pitcher, right? To kind of round out the top of the tops now.
Yeah, so those are your Tops Now cards that'll be releasing today. You know what else is releasing today? Actually, right after this stream, everything. It's an 8th inning program, push the button stream. Steven, let's get into some of the details.
All right, before we reveal those bosses, let's talk about the missions, conquest, collection, showdown, kind of that first screen when you go into the featured program area. Lane, who helped build the showdown, wants to tell you about a little bit of a wrinkle. This week, we have a showdown. There's a boss, but right before that final showdown that some of you guys like to skip to, there's a pretty big risk-reward kind of mini showdown is what he's calling it. You're going to see one of the henchman pitchers is the boss of that showdown. And if you decide not to skip it and play it, you're going to earn some nice rewards. Listen to this, 1,000 stubs, 2 ball packs. You get to keep those. And then for your showdown squad to help you with that very last boss showdown, you're going to also get 2 more diamond players for your showdown squad and an extra diamond perk. All of that's going to help. As far as what you're looking at here on the screen, some more reward packs. We're already starting off with the 5-pack bundle. There's a Players League bat skin a little down the road, along with Ducks, both Ducks packs, the choice packs, and a beach ball choice pack. And then, of course, at 150 stars, Colin, if you'll hit the next one, we got the henchman. And Luis, we promised something a little different. What is it here?
Yeah, well, it's all future stars for the henchman. It's a big jump in overalls too. Last inning we had 392 overalls. Now we're seeing 396s. Let's dive into the attributes. So Ian Anderson, everyone was asking, where is Ian Anderson? You know, we've done so many future stars this year, and Ian Anderson is finally here. He had a great MLB debut, followed it up with a nice start, and yeah, he's got a sinker. And let's take a look at that next card.
Of course.
Hey, I don't know. This might be my favorite future stars card art in the game. That's pretty sick. Sean Murphy, prospect for the A's, already playing in the majors this year, balanced hitting, and a cannon for an arm. Let's take a look at that last one. Mitch Keller, one of the top prospects for the Pirates. He got a win in his first game of the year this year. Got hurt a little bit thereafter, but he comes at you with the heat, right, Steven?
That's right. And he, along with Anderson, are those 2 pitchers that you might face in that high risk reward mini showdown right before the big boss showdown. Ramon, what's next?
We also have a legend player program. Colin, roll the video. Shout out to Clint with that hot video. We see you, Clint, out there doing the work. Torrey Hunter. Which Torrey Hunter is this, Luis?
Yeah, well, this is his first appearance in the game as an Angel. Lane, rejoice. Kyle, I'm sorry. You already got Royce Lewis today. You're fine. So Torrey Hunter, known for his amazing fielding. You know, he won 9 Gold Gloves in his career. But this might have been his best offensive year of his career, too. He's got 80 plus in all the hitting categories. And he's got big contact versus lefties. Of course, the diamond fielding, the 96 fielding. So this is one way to earn stars. Complete the player program, collect them. But what's another, Ramon?
Conquest, baby. Conquest. Some of that more free 99 content. Colin, what does this Conquest map look like? It's a duck.
Hey, you know, I don't think there's any question. If it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
It's a duck.
Yeah, Dylan and Travis, they put together this map with 5 strongholds, and there's 1 Ducks on the Pond elite pack for completing the map. And Ramon, how about hidden packs? How many are we talking this time?
We're not talking 1. We're not talking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're not talking 11 hidden packs. We're not talking 12 hidden packs or even 13, 14, or 15 hidden packs. We are not even going to discuss 16 hidden packs. This duck map had 17 hidden total packs.
Woo. Lit.
So that is the Duck Conquest map. You can get some program stars and you can get 17 total paps. You got to find them. We know you guys are going to find them fast. In a matter of minutes, we all get to play the 8th inning program. But what's a program without finding out who the bosses are? Let's roll the video and see who guessed it right.
New car, neighbours think you come far. Posh IB's got a first new deal. Hey, hey, hey. We don't need those bodies. Show that we've done well. 'Cause we require freedom and that's something you can't sell. You black race. Side to the
Clayton Kershaw, Pudge, and Cobb. Let's talk about the attributes. The question the community has, Luis, is this the Clayton Kershaw from last year?
Well, it's pretty similar. I'll tell you that. Last year it was a signature series card. This year it's an awards card. Cy Young. He won 3 Cy Youngs in his career. This is from his most recent award in 2014 when he also won MVP. But he's got everything you would want in a pitcher. He's got the 110 K per 9, the 98 walk per 9. He's got the full repertoire with all kinds of movement and big speed differentials. It might not be the same card as last year, but it's pretty close, and it's gonna deal for sure. Let's take a look at that next card, Colin. Ty Cobb. Should we talk about the card art here, guys?
It's old, it's classic. It reminds me of that Hannes Wagner from last year, right? The T206. And look at that pop collar, too.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, this is a real baseball card from the early 1900s. And, Ty Cobb, one of the best players of all time, owner of the highest career batting average of all time, 366. He's 4th all time in steals with 897. So, of course, he's going to come at you with max contact versus both sides and max speed and fielding. But what else does he bring to the table? Well, he was among the league leaders in home runs in his prime. And so that's where that 90 power comes from. And, there's going to be some cards that beat Cobb in the power department for sure. But as a complete package, I think you might be looking at the best outfielder in the game.
Wow.
And let's take a look at that last boss. Hey, Pudge Rodriguez. One of the most decorated catchers of all time. He made it hard for us to pick what award to feature on his card. Is it Silver Slugger since he won 6 in a row in the 90s? Maybe MVP because he won the MVP in 1999? Well, we had to go with Gold Glove because he has the most Gold Gloves ever at the catcher position with 13. And so this card is from that 1999 season, though, his best. He hit 332, 35 home runs, 25 steals. And, if you look at the attributes, fielding, he's unmatched. His speed is only beaten by Jason Kendall at the catcher position, and his hitting might only be beaten by Piazza. So take that together, and he might be the complete package at catcher and the best catcher in the game.
And there you have it. Those are your 3 bosses for the 8th inning program. But what's a boss without a prestige version?
Prestige. I feel obligated to tell you guys what is Prestige. Well, we showed you the base cards earlier, and Prestige versions are just slightly boosted versions of those base cards that you can get by tallying stats online with those players. And let's take a look at Kershaw. So what do I see here? Well, he gets to 100 plus in all the gameplay relevant per 9s, which are of course hits per 9, K per 9, and walk per 9. And then he gets some ticks added to his fastballs and some subtracted from his off-speed stuff and his changeup. So it makes those speed differentials even more impressive. Yeah. Let's take a look at that next card. Ty Cobb, well, similar to Musial a couple of innings ago, he was already kind of maxed out in a few things. So not quite the impact that maybe those other bosses would get from Prestige. But something that's pretty important and worth mentioning is the 92 fielding, and that gives him the diamond fielding in game. That icon that you see in game is only based on the fielding attribute, not the combination of all 4. And let's take a look at that last one. Pudge, 90 plus power from both sides. He gets up to 70 plus in speed. But most importantly, he's got triple 99s in fielding, and that's unprecedented.
Nice. And there you have it. That is your 8th inning program. To wrap it up, there's a 20-star collection for award series players in the 8th inning. So get a jump on those rewards. But we are not done. Steven, let's talk about the calendar.
That's right. We got our new 8th inning bosses there on the right. By the way, Kershaw will be the final showdown boss as well. Big lefty there. So we're starting up at the top. We got roster coming out too. Stay tuned for a stream real soon. Tops now, you're going to get to choose 2 of the 5 flashbacks you saw today. Some real nice ones in there. And we've got a new event coming up next Wednesday. That's the dead ball event. When you're thinking of lineups, think of high contact players. Not a lot of power is going to be allowed into this lineup. And monthly awards, you guys have been waiting and waiting. We've had some scheduling things this month, so they're going to come out next Friday, that's September 11th. And 2 things I can tell you right away. There's no pack, so a lot different than last year. And we got some new card art to debut. The artists, Jen, Christina, Adam, you guys have been killing it this year. We got something really fresh and new for you again this year. And Luis, speaking of packs, headliners next week, you got a little bit of an update.
Yeah, we're going to see set 50 next week on Wednesday, and that's actually going to end it for headliners for the year. We're going to end it at set 50, but stay tuned for maybe a bundle later on in the year.
Nice. So that is the schedule. Next slide, Colin. Also starting shortly, all packs will be discounted 50% off. Colin, since you're here, what you got cooking today?
Hey guys, it's good to show up on the stream finally. We have some super exciting news. Starting today at noon, we are unlocking Twitch drops for every broadcaster. If you are a streamer, you can go start playing MLB The Show, and you can get Twitch drops to all of your viewers. Amazing stuff. We're super excited to do it, and it's going to last starting now until Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. So get in there, go play some games, get your audience some Twitch drops. It's going to be super awesome. We're super excited, and there's way more than one. We can't tell you how many, but the longer you watch, the more you'll get, and it's also cumulative, so the more people you watch, you can move around from streamer to streamer to streamer, and it counts towards your viewership. So you can get more packs just by looking and watching at other people. It's going to be super awesome. We're super excited to do it. Back to you guys.
Awesome. Thanks for that update, Colin. Remember, this is a double-header stream, so I'm going to be talking to my man Rory about the roster update. We got the upgrades, we got the downgrades, and we have some new diamonds and golds. That's it from us. Go join our Discord and follow us here on the socials, and keep watching for the roster update. We'll be right back.
Oh. Oh. Ah. Cool.
Popcorn.
We've also got some upgrades. Welcome to roster update number 5. The 8th inning program is live, but we've also got some upgrades and some downgrades. We're going to talk about 3 diamonds and 6 goals. My man Rory joins us once again. Let's talk about these diamonds, Rory.
Oh, let's do it, Ramon. I'm ready today. We're going number 1, going to the New York Yankees. Luke Voigt, going up to diamond. He's been on an absolute tear so far this season. We've got injuries to Judge, Stanton, Torres. LeMahieu's just back, but was out for a couple weeks. He's put the offense on his back, had a 5-game homer streak with 6 home runs in that period. So he gets the bump up to diamond. Second up, we got Starling Marte, newly acquired by the Marlins. And so far, got a hot start. Had a go-ahead home run in his debut game. He's always been a borderline diamond, but this year he's put it together against both right-handed pitching and left-handed, which has given him that bump up to diamond. And last, certainly not least, going out to Minnesota, Kenta Maeda. Surprisingly, making it to diamond this year. He hasn't allowed more than 3 earned runs in any of his 8 starts so far. And in August, he had a 2.39 ERA, 42 strikeouts in 37.2 innings pitched, and allowed just a 157 batting average against.
Not bad, not bad. So those are your 3 diamonds, but what would a roster update be without a few goals? We've got 6 of them, starting out with a phenom who might win Rookie of the Year. Who is that?
Oh yeah, that's Chicago White Sox Luis Robert. Like you said, a favorite for Rookie of the Year. I'm even going to say contender for MVP. He went out, hit .438 with 3 home runs in 4 games between August 28th through the 31st. And I got more on Robert later on, and you'll see. Next up, we got another outfielder going to Toronto, Teoscar Hernandez. Huge bright side for the Blue Jays offense. He's got 12 home runs coming into Wednesday. He's a good power guy. He's shown it the last 2 seasons he can hit tanks. But this year, his average is up higher than it's ever been, which has really helped him get to this gold level. Then we got another outfielder going to the Chicago Cubs, Ian Happ. Huge help to the Cubs offense with a few stars struggling and dealing with injuries. In 3 games from August 29th to September 1st, he had 7 hits, 4 of them being home runs.
Nice. Also Players League representative.
Oh, yeah. Next up, we're staying in the National League. Didi Gregorius making his return to gold. Sir Didi. He's been great versus left-handed pitching so far this season, getting his average up. He's helped out that Phillies offense. And this year, he's increased his walk rate, lowered his strikeout rate, and significantly improved his batting average from last year, making him an easy gold upgrade.
Nice. You know who else is going gold and who else is getting that average up? Jason Hayward having a really, really good year. Tell us a little bit about it, Rory.
Oh, yeah, you're certainly right. He's crushing right-handed pitching this year. Going into Wednesday's games, hitting .344 with a .456 on base and .688 slugging against right-handed pitching. Absolutely crushing them. And so that gets him up to gold this year. And last guy we got, certainly not the least, Tyler Glasnow. Only gold pitcher we have this week. He's got one of the most effective curveballs in baseball. And get this, last year, through 264 curveballs, did not allow a single home run on the pitch. Although this last week he gave up his first home run on a curveball, but he struck out 34 batters with his curve so far this season. And right now leads all MLB starters in strikeouts per 9 with at least 20 innings pitched.
Oh man, that's insane. So those are your 6 goals and your 3 diamonds in this week's roster update. Let's get to it. The Rory's Risers. Who should you guys be keeping an eye on that might be going up to silver, to gold, or even a diamond?
Oh yeah, I got a good list for you this week. Starting off, Marcell Ozuna from the Atlanta Braves went out on Tuesday night, had 3 home runs against the Red Sox. So far, his walk rate's at a career high, and he's back to hitting for average this season. And with another good week or two, he could be seeing diamond in his future. Next up, I mentioned him earlier, Luis Robert. Got to give him some more love for how great he has been. A lot of people are saying he might be like stopping at this mark so far this year. I disagree. He's hitting 288, 338 on base, 592 slugging. But his expected slugging percentage is 642, and his expected weighted on base average, that means, how well he hits the ball and the percentage likeliness he'll have an extra base hit, 407. He has been amazing for the White Sox, and I assume he's going to make it high gold and possibly even diamond. Another guy we got last week, he dropped out of diamond, Jose Ramirez. He responded to me dropping him out, goes 370 with 3 home runs in 7 games. And last year he had an amazing second half after a rough first half. But so far it looks like he might be repeating that this year. Couple rough weeks to start out, but looks like he's figured it out and might be back to diamond soon. And we got 3 pitchers for you this week, as we always do. First up, Liam Hendriks. He's at the tipping point of diamond. Last year was one of the best, if not the best relievers. And so far he's come out this season proving it wasn't a fluke. He has a 1.68 FIP in 16 1/3 innings pitched. The A's had all their games postponed for the last week, so he's like 1 to 2 good weeks away from diamond. Next up, we got Pablo Lopez of the Miami Marlins. After a rough 2019, people doubted if he would ever make it to his prospect potential. But so far this year, he's quieted those doubters with a 2.10 ERA in his first 6 starts. He's yet to allow more than 2 earned runs in a start, and he just made the jump up to 79. Couple good starts.
Nice.
Could see him at gold.
You know who else we could see make a big jump? Our friend of the studio and Players League representative, Amir Garrett. We see you out there. Amir's getting some love. Keep balling, young king. And who knows? But you know what else happened this week, Rory? A few days ago, we had a wild MLB trade deadline. A lot of players moved, and there were some teams that were some real big movers and shakers.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And I think it's safe to say the best acquisitions were made by the San Diego Padres. A little biased with us being in San Diego, but they absolutely put the baseball world on blast. Yeah, huge trades, adding the big ones, Mike Clevinger and Austin Nola, 2 really helpful pieces for them. Clevinger going to be starting for them. The dude has ace potential, no doubt. And Austin Nola really helps them out at catcher, where they've been weak offensively the past few years.
You know who else made strategic moves? The Athletics, Mike Minor. They went out and got more help to start with their rotation.
And another big trade made by none other than the Miami Marlins, adding Starling Marte. Marte, huge piece. And if I had told you at the beginning of 2020, the Miami Marlins would be buying at the deadline, how crazy would you say I am?
I wouldn't have thunk it. Not me. Not any of us, actually. But they are in it.
And next up, we're going to go to the Blue Jays, probably second place team for the trade deadline, adding on 2 big pieces in Taijuan Walker and Robbie Ray. Both have huge upside. Walker's coming back from his Tommy John surgery and has been really good so far this year. Robbie Ray struggled with Arizona, but he has the stuff to be an ace.
Nice. And the Reds picked up Archie Bradley, right?
Oh, yeah, you got that right. They really needed bullpen help. Really, Amir Garrett was one of their few bright sides. Now they've got Archie Bradley to really bolster that pen. And who knows, they could make a push in this second half.
Nice. So that is your 5th roster update. We got another one coming, so stay tuned. Remember, the roster update is live The 8th inning program is live. Go get your Grind 99 on. And remember, Twitch drops are enabled for all broadcasters this weekend. So go get your Twitch packs. Thanks again to the roster guru himself, Roy, for dropping by. Colin behind the scenes. We'll see you guys later.